Hey guys, welcome to the Dig Your Dream Podcast, the official podcast show of The Guy in the Tie. I'm your host, Ray Digmi, and this is your daily dose for Tuesday, January 13th. The small segment of the show where I try my very best to pass along some quick, cool content with the hopes of leaving you both inspired and motivated to go out there and chase your dreams. Well, today I want to pass along a message or a tip that you've probably heard a million times. So here it is. Remember why you started. That's right. Remember why you started. Take a look back on your life and think about a time where you started something that you thought was very important to you, or you started something that you were excited to do in your life. Maybe you told yourself that you were going to start eating healthier and going to the gym to get in better shape. Maybe you told yourself that you were going to go back to school and earn that degree that you never finished. Maybe you told yourself that you were going to learn a new skill, or that you were going to start reading more. Or maybe you even told yourself that you were going to take the leap and start a business. There was a reason you started that project in the first place. There was something deep inside that told you to go ahead and do it. There was probably an interest, a deep love or passion for that subject, topic, or business. But you know what happens to most of us? Life gets in the way. Our schedules get crazy. We get discouraged because we're not good at it, or we don't see progress fast enough, and then all of a sudden, we stop. Or worst of all, we quit. So what I wanted to do today was remind all of you, including myself, to remember why you started in the first place. There was a reason. It wasn't coincidence. You didn't just wake up one day and say, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to take the leap and do this. There was a reason, and that reason is somewhere in your heart and in your mind. And my guess is it's because it is a true passion of yours. It is a dream of yours to do what you started. So once again on this Tuesday, I wanted to remind each of you to remember why you started. And I want to give you my personal example that I'm probably going to talk about in depth somewhere down the road in the near future. But for example, I was recently going through some old files, like these old, plastic containers, and I found this file folder. Look how old this thing is. This is like crazy. And I'm thinking to myself, what is it? What old bank statements did I keep? What old corny notes did I keep in this file folder? So I took it upon myself and I opened up this file folder. And it was my reminder of why I started one of my biggest dreams. Take a look at this. This is a copy of the very first article ever written about the Digmi tribe. Yep, the Digmi tribe. 2003 Altoona Curve. That's where I got the nickname Ray Digmi. And this was the very first time the Digmi tribe and the word Digmi was put into print. And this is where I got the idea of taking a nickname and turning it into a lifestyle brand. And shortly thereafter that, less than a year later, I decided to come up with a logo of the guy in the tie. Now, if you look closely at that guy in the tie, he looks a little bit different than the guy that you're probably used to seeing all the time. He doesn't look as smooth. He's a little sharp and rough around the edges. And if you really look closely, this guy's not even tipping his cap. He's actually taking it off. I don't know what I was thinking. This piece of paper, this copy of our first logo is almost 16 years old. In fact, it's probably older than 16 years old if I do the math correctly. When I came across this file and I came across these copies, it reminded me exactly why I started. There was something deep inside of me that wanted to build a business. Something deep inside of me that wanted to build a brand. Now, we've had a lot of peaks and valleys over the last 10, 15 years of trying to do this. A lot of incredible moments and some disappointments that I wish we never ever experienced. But then again, I do wish we experienced it because that's part of the gig. That's part of the journey. That's part of the process. And a big part of the formula of getting to the finish line is remembering why you started in the first place. I started Digmi because I truly believed that we had a story to share. I started Digmi because I believe that we have a positive message to share and something that we can give back to people and be able to get them to chase their dreams and look good while doing it. Now, there have been a lot of challenging times for our brand, just like I'm sure you have faced a lot of challenging times in the projects or dreams that you have chased. But what I want you to do for the rest of today, I want you to take a look back on some of the things that you started in your life. And I want to ask you, why did you start? And if you can't remember, take some time to dig deep because I'm telling you, it's in there. Remember why you started. And once you remember, I have a feeling you're going to start again. That was your daily dose for Tuesday, January 13th. Like I always say, whether it's 1, 100, 1,000, or a million of you that end up watching and or listening to this podcast, just know you are the one reason I love to do it every single day. Now, until tomorrow, you know what you have to do. Get out there, tip your cap, and dig your dream.